So I'm very happy to have the next guest on, which I'm very privileged to call a very good friend of mine, Theo, after the show. Absolutely love you to bits, mate. Welcome to Secrets and Sabotage. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Oh, God, so welcome. How have you been?
Life's been crazy, actually. I'm sure Kieran can.
Yeah.
It's been a roller coaster. I always knew that I was going to ride the wave as long as possible, and 2 years down the line, I'm still riding that wave. So
Yeah.
it's been an incredible journey. I've literally grabbed it by its balls and just never let go.
I'm very proud of you, mate. You've done
Thank you.
I think coming out of the show, everyone has different journeys. Everyone follows different paths. We're lucky enough to call each other very good friends.
Yeah.
We have from the first day we met, and we speak every other week, if every other day. We speak a lot. And there's a few of us that have kept in close contact. There's a famous saying with Theo.
What you see is what you get.
And it's very, very true. It's very true. And it reminds me, because my mum used to say something like that, so we got on straight away. But how you've come out of the show, Theo, you portrayed yourself, you're a hunter-gatherer. You're very much like me. I think what you've done, you've literally paved your own path. You've literally tread your own path. You've done your own thing. You stayed doing your own bits. You stayed in your own lane. So you've done an amazing job.
You've got to keep busy, haven't you? You've got to keep busy in this industry.
My question is, what was it like going into the show?
I just wanted a holiday. I've never been to Scotland. I was like, yeah, we'll go to Inverness, thank you.
What is that process like? How does it start? Because this is what a lot of people won't know, is how do you get into doing something like this?
So I actually did BBC Blankety Blank, so I feel like I was already on BBC's radar, but then I also did a chat show on Channel 4 called Stress Pack Lunch.
How did that go, Blankety Blank, Theo?
I beat every contestant in it, got to the end and flaked. I flaked the last question, but I didn't need a furnished living room. But yeah, I just literally typed into Google because I knew I wanted more. I knew I wanted to kind of get my personality across on TV and just be that relatable character for people, saying I'm the same colour as him, I sound like him. I literally typed into Google, be on a show, and Traitors popped up, and then I applied, and the woman who rang me was called Mia, who was from Manchester, and she must have been the driving force behind me, a fellow northerner. And it was like a long process. I think I was on and off calls for about 5 months. So I don't think I was in like a final list in yeah. And then it was like, I think 3 days before I got the call saying, you've made the show. So I feel like somebody couldn't do it and they were like, well, we'll just get him on.
So being a gay man going on to the show as well, my brother's gay. I've got 2 gay cousins. Obviously that was a big, big part for you going on the show and being accepted. Obviously we had the amazing dinner scene together, where obviously you called me a father figure, and next day I kicked him out of the house. So father figure didn't last long.
Father figure from the 70s.
Yeah.
So, Dad, I'm gay. Get out.
It was a big thing for you to come out, and obviously my brother went through the same sort of thing to go on the show and to feel accepted like you did, and it was a massive part of the show, that dinner scene with us. It was, and people say it wasn't emotional, and I'm not an emotional person, nor are you. You're very more animated than me. You can see a lot from your face, but for you to come out, it was a lovely touching moment. That was.
Yeah, when we got the phone call, because you used to have like phone calls before the episode would air on TV. We'd have a phone call that would say, right, we've left this in, and then I got the phone call saying, we've left this in the scene, the dinner party, about your like journey about being gay and stuff like that. I was like, oh gosh. So I sat down with my mum and my sister and we watched it, and she was like, are you okay? I'm like, I'm nervous. And it was actually really moving.
It's beautiful, wasn't it? Yeah, it was a very good point.
A powerful scene that they kept in, and it got a lot of people talking as well. So
yeah, it was lovely, mate. So following on from obviously our very heartfelt moment and everyone else at the table, we had the Maddie scenario where Claudia walks in with a tray of gold, which equates to £3,000
money.
And just in Traitors tradition, you have an option, but it's not as easy as that, is it? So she has an option of leaving now with £3,000, go home, game over, move on, do what you need to do, or stay and play. Right decision?
Wrong decision. I'd have took the money. I mean, you weren't guaranteed to win that prize pot, so I'd have took the £3,000.
Those are your choices, because you can't think of winning the money. If you're going to stay, I imagine you're thinking, what can this show do for me if I stay?
Yeah,
because you think with leaving early, there's the fear of being forgotten.
and for Maddie as well, I would say where she was at that stage, people were starting to turn against her. They weren't sure it was after the acting coming out and stuff like that. So I truly believe in my heart that she'd done that to prove a point that she was a faithful. Because I think a lot of us knew. I knew she. You knew she.
I 100% knew she was.
She was one of the first people I bonded with, like you. There was no question of it. I just thought she definitely. So I think she'd done it for that reason. But I remember her saying after, she's like, I wish I was.
Oh, you took them. I mean, I'd have took them money. Yeah, £3,000. That's a holiday to Jamaica. See ya.
Hey. But it also it would have probably taken a bit of her legacy away as well, because she still had more to go.
She was iconic. She had some iconic.
Yeah, that's the thing. You've got to go. If that $3,000, was it worth those iconic moments that she had afterwards?
Yeah.
So I think she made the right decision for the show.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's $3,000 though, isn't it?
Yeah. So $3,000.
We can all tell we've all been dragged up because we're going $3,000. Oh, fucking hell. I'll take that.
I'll take that.
Take that and run.
Yeah. Of course. I mean, it's a decision. It's the heat of the moment as well. The game was so intense. It's what do you do in that split decision?
Yeah.
With all the pressure, with everybody staring at you as well, because it was all literally sat on the table.
How long did you have to make that? Was it, as we saw on TV, was that real time? How long she had then?
It was
literally 30 seconds.
Oh, really?
Decision, simple as that. So we had, obviously, that was a nice day for us because we'd gone through a lot. They asked us to dress up. It was a dinner party. We could have some. We knew when we said, well, we're going to have some downtime. We're like, we are going to have some downtime, but we are also going to have some shit thrown at us.
Yeah.
So we had that. Did a party, Maddie, and then we had the who do you trust? The sit down, stand up. Do you remember? If you all stand up, who's your 100%?
Yeah.
You sit down, it moves on to the other. Oh,
Amos on his 100%.
Oh, Amos was the 100% inventor, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So.
Going on to season 2 as well. I was like, oh, well done, Amos. But that was tough. That was hard. Because I was sobbing like a.
Who did you have? Was it who's your Amanda was your.
Yeah, Amanda.
Was
Amanda's
your,
that, yeah. Your man.
Theo's my 100%, and we'll come to that shortly. But yeah, that was interesting. My 100% was Will, because I was playing a tactful game because I'd nearly phoned him out the day before when we all voted for him. So he's retreat. Best. I love you, mate. Yeah, you're the best. And then there was a few twists, and then we had the Will and Hannah scenario as well. So there was quite a few shocks on that dinner party table. Was it?
It was. It was. I just wanted to enjoy my chicken. That's all that was. Food. Everybody's cracking up.
Food.
Yeah, food. Yeah, you love it. Everybody's telling these nice stories, and I'm just eating away. Every breakfast scene, there's always me just a shot of me just eating.
The comfort eating.
Honestly, comfort eating. When Alex and Tom had that moment of that she's my girlfriend, all that, you just see a shot of me stuffing a croissant in my mouth.
Well, I miss with my journey on that. It was good for me that obviously when I found out at the beginning I come back, but for 3 episodes I could enjoy it as a viewer because I wasn't in it, so I could actually enjoy it. And that's one thing that I like. It was watching the Red Breakfast back was epic.
Red Breakfast.
Yes,
that's got to get discussed.
Yeah. That went viral though. It was massive.
You think that it was the first massive turning point? I mean, being thrown out at the beginning was a good twist. Then you had your little couple of episodes in between, but that was the one that went when it went off.
Mate, croissant in mouth, eyes all over the place. I was like, what is going on in here? I thought he was gay. I thought he was a mighty. Love you, Tom. But
said, there was some questions, bless him, over him. But yeah, that was for a viewer, and I was a viewer at that point. Obviously, I hadn't seen any of that, but that was electric, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it was wild. It was all popping off. Yeah. Meanwhile, croissant still in mouth, pouring orange juice. Like, what's going on?
What was your day one like, being around everyone?
There were a lot of big personalities, but then I always forget I am quite a big personality. It was very overwhelming. I mean, as soon as you saw the castle, it was breathtaking.
Yeah.
Like it was amazing to be, and every moment felt like unreal. It felt like a dream.
Yeah.
But
did you steal anything?
I did actually.
At me. One thing we got banned for when I came in was Red Bull, and there was a particular reason why we got banned for drinking Red Bull. Who was that? Meryl. So Meryl loves Red Bull. Absolutely lives on Red Bull. I remember showing the photos when we went to Centre Parks at the time. She'd buy cases at a time. So, but she was on the Red Bull, but then they capped it to like 3 cans a day or something. When me and Amos come in, everyone's off their tits, fully charged on caffeine. You can't drink; you're allowed 1 drink, but everyone was smashed off their tits on Red Bull. So, but yeah, then in the end, I think it was at the dinner party. Going back to that when they said, right, there's no more Red Bull for Meryl now. She's rocking, so we're putting a Red Bull ban in place.
I love it. You can have alcohol, but no Red Bull.
Yeah,
only 2 drinks like 2 alcohol.
We said that if you'd have gave us another couple of glasses of wine each,
it would have been carnage.
It would have been brilliant.
Imagine doing it before a round table. There's a bottle of wine for round table.
Oh, I think they should have done shots before round table.
Honestly, I'd have been flipping tables, chairs, and everything.
Yeah. I did wonder that watching it, if that table was bolted down. Because part of me goes, I wonder if anyone's going to flip this. But I think what would have been hilarious is seeing someone try and struggle to.
Mate, that was solid oak or teak, whatever
it was. A big table.
It was custom made. It was massive. I felt like I was at a banquet or something like that.
Did it get smaller when?
No, I thought that.
Oh, was it the same size?
I think it was the same size. It's just they spread the chairs out.
Yeah, because it felt it towards the end. It was like everyone homing in towards each other. Everyone homing in. So yeah.
I mean, I hated that room. I absolutely hated walking into that room.
What was your worst point in the Traitors?
Oh, you've got me there. I think it was probably the challenge when we was in the cabins, because I hate stuff like that. Like fish guts, maggots,
I'm a celebrity style.
I'm a celebrity style. I was like, I'm a 5-star hotel kind of like manicure, chill out, massage kind of person. But put me in a situation like that, I was like, nah. That was a tough moment. But also the barrel challenge. We were pushing barrels for days.
Oh, really?
That was physically hard. But I think
there's always a story I'll tell on the barrels, which I said on something else, where Theo is the only person pushing a barrel up the hill without using his hands. So we had very tight lycra trousers on that day, and Theo revealed himself more one way than another.
Let me see it.
Oh, trousers now. Whip it out on there, please, mate.
Was it you that was like, it smells of poo? And I was like, yeah, I've just farted.
Yeah.
I mean, I was blowing through my ass quite literally. That was hard.
Funny enough, because it's on at the moment. I watched it last night. It's the third time I've watched it. I've not watched it for over a year, but it's back on BBC at the moment. I watched it, and it was the barrel challenge last night. And it doesn't do it justice how fucking steep
that hill
was.
Yeah.
I can go to the gym. I'm not a cardio person, but for me, I was puffing. Like, first of all, we're in the first second. I'm the first one that slipped and went into the water. That was coming up last night. I went to cross the water. I was like, take it easy. Straight into the water, right up to my chest. And I decided to wear white tracksuit bottoms that day with one of the straps that was literally up the crack of my arse. I was watching last night. I was like, how I got away with not getting caned on that, I don't know. But that challenge going up with the barrels was
tough.
It was fucking grueling. It was so hard. Yeah,
very tough. I mean, I used to play rugby. I used to do boxing. I was like, I physically, and then obviously being a cheerleader, we've got that kind of stamina. But doing stuff like that for that long, and they were heavy barrels. I mean, and we'd get so far up a hill, and then there'd be another barrel there that says more money, and you'd be like, ratted.
And there were some people that weren't pulling their weight either going up there as well. Some people, a lot of us were grafting. There's a few people that were sailing.
So how'd you deal with that? Because
we all just cracked on, didn't we?
We did.
Was getting fuming.
At one point, it was just me pushing the 5K barrel, which was a big one. I was like, just like getting it up there.
I'd have to say something.
Yeah, well, it was in different sections, but there was a couple of people who was like, right, they're on the radar now. So if you either push a barrel, you'll get bashed.
that must be a thing. Were there times?
That happened, didn't it?
Because you think, were there times then where you got people, because you're going to banish someone because you think they're a traitor, or you go, I don't like you today and I want you out?
I think there was a blend of both, to be honest with you. I think if you had evidence or you was on someone, I don't know what was up for you, Theo, but sometimes people would turn you. But you're not everyone's cup of tea, let's be honest. So if there was something that grated you and you've got nothing else in the kitty, then potentially I could see that. I
never had anything to say really on the round trip. I mean, I did say quite a lot, but it got to one point, I think it was like at 6, and I was just like, I've got nothing.
Done. Yeah.
I've got nothing.
Have you watched it all back now?
No, I've not watched it again.
Are you good with watching yourself, or you're not?
I don't mind it, actually. I always say to myself, if I ever want a TV show, I only want to be on a TV show that I can watch myself in.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've just not. I think I've been so busy, I've not had time to sit and relax and watch it. But it's done now, isn't it? It's like
it's hard. It is hard to watch it, but that's how I'm watching it at the moment. So the first time watching it was horrific for me. Like, it brought back loads of anxiety.
Like, it was tough.
Second time is a bit more or less the same, and then last time I'm in a much better place to watch it back now. That's why I enjoyed season 2, because I could watch it as a viewer.
Yeah.
But when you're watching it back as season 1, and like I spoke to someone else, funny enough, about when you watch yourself on TV. They say don't watch yourself on TV.
Yeah.
But I spoke to someone else who said, well, you should watch yourself, because where you do like a prick or you don't like what you do, you change it for next time. So okay, if there is a next time.
I hate watching myself.
Do you?
Can't
very
stand
different for you. Live is very different, and you're consistently.
That's another thing for you guys. What was the we never really talk about the social media side of it, because you're always going to get people that will like come on and attack for stuff. So even like that moment that you guys shared was generally nice, and then I forget that because most of us are accepting. We forget that there's people that aren't.
Yeah. Oh, I'd message over it, but there are people that would know that my brother's gay and I've got 2 gay cousins. Yeah. So I'd message over it with fucking.
I think we came out all right though, didn't we? Like I didn't really have that much negative like trolls or anything. I got quite a lot of positive feedback, so I came off. I think John got the worst.
Yeah, we cut.
John.
What happened with John?
I mean, with John.
Got a bit of
the thing with Aaron, I think you got to remember a lot of people mothered Aaron. They loved him because of what he was doing, why he was doing the show, what he wanted to do with the money.
Yeah.
He's very relatable, and a lot of women so rightly should absolutely loved him to bits. And when John, and we all watched that episode back when John decided to just pluck out of nowhere that he wanted to turn on Aaron, and then gave him a bit of a grilling in front of everyone. I think that was the nail in the coffin for.
I didn't have a croissant in my mouth. There were no food, but I did look at the biscuits. But bless him. God, that was intense. I think it was in the billiards room on it, and I was just sat there like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and it's another thing that made, whether love him, hate him, whatever you want to do, it was another tour. That's the thing with the show. Multiple things can happen all times of day, twist and turn, tempers flare.
And we were never all together as well.
Yeah.
Apart from a challenge, we could be in. Kieran could be in one room. I could be in the other. Amanda could be in. We were all.
It's clever how they've done that though, because you're all always in different groups.
Yeah.
Well, you naturally gravitate. And the people, one of the biggest questions we get asked is it produced? No, it's not in any way, shape or form.
Yeah.
You are left in that castle to your own devices.
Because there's some shows I've seen where people come in and go, why don't you guys talk about this?
No.
Yeah. Do they just leave you alone?
Nothing.
The only time you get a question is when you're like sat in the chair.
Yeah, it's interviewed.
That's the only time you get asked a question. But when you're in that castle, mate, there you go.
Yeah. They pull you in and you talk about what's gone on the day, the missions and stuff. But when you're there, that's why it's so good, because you've just, like I always said it would have been the most awkward family barbecue ever. Together. It would literally be, there'd be little sections, people be leaving early, ringing themselves, oh, what's happened? Nan died, I'm going to leave now. Yeah, I'm on my way. But yeah, you naturally, but also a lot of people with personalities, you had to work the little clicks. I was quite confident with quite a few people quite early. Like I say, with my gut, that I just thought, I might be wrong. Like, I was wrong about you when I voted you, but before then, I knew I had a real strong possibility you wasn't a traitor, and I just knew it. I just knew it. Same as like Maddie, and Hannah and Amos. There's some people I just knew, and I could have been like a right prick and backfired, but actually it worked out all right. But I just knew it was like, no, I'm not going to waste too much time on them.
Yeah.
I'm going to look at some of the others.
Also, season 2, getting a kitchen. I'm sorry.
I know.
They got a kitchen.
Mate, they had proper upgrades from us, didn't they? So
I mean, it's another room to play in. I'm quite glad it's
Kitchen is always a great talking point, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
You go to any party.
It's the life and soul of the party, the kitchen, yeah.
They're all making toast, cup of teas, and I'm sat watching it like, that's how it is.
Was there anything else, like, you were... Because you watched season 2.
Yeah, I did, yeah.
So, was there anything you watched as going, well, we didn't get that?
Everything. Obviously, when a commissioning channel is going to put out a new show, they're not going to put a lot of money into it, like marketing and different strategies. But obviously, it performed really, really well, so they're going to push it even more. So season 2 got everything.
Well, you did that though. That's the thing.
Yeah, we did that. we did that.
Yeah, because people said about question like, would you prefer? No, I'm grateful. I'm very happy. Yeah. Season 1 was us, and that's it. We always say we're the OGs, we're the originals, we paved the way. But when you do look back at season 2, and I think it would be upgrades for season. I think it.
Mate, it'll be massive.
Season 1 was the best of the bunch. Not so much season 2, but when we had the spin-offs.
Yeah.
So I then, because it felt like there was a void in my life once it was done.
Yeah.
And then they brought out Traitors America. I thought, perfect. I watched one episode of that. I thought, I'm not watching this crap.
Yeah, it's not.
It just because it was pretty much the same sort of scripts and ideas and stuff, but it just didn't feel. It felt very disingenuous. And then even the other versions of it, I've watched. I've watched the Australia one, and I did like that all in the same tracksuit. Yeah, it did make me laugh.
Yeah.
And theirs is bougie though. They've got masks.
Yeah.
I loved it. Australian one was one of my favourite ones I watched. I speak to a lot of the cast over there. I think anyone that was in, and I'm not saying it's any different from series 2 or season 3 that's going to come out. I think anyone that was in season 1 will always hold a unique bond because no one had a fucking clue what they were doing, how to play the game. It was pure emotion, gut feeling. People have strategies now, so have things to go. But I believe that we like I say, we never knew how big it was going to be. We had no idea.
Every minute and every moment of the day, something would change. Like you just like.
Did you? People ask me this quite a few times, and my answer is always the same. They said, "Did you think it was good when you were filming it?" And I was like, "Yes." There was moments on that show, like the elimination line coming back, the red breakfast. There was points in that show I was like, "Fucking this is drama." Yeah. Drama sells. Drama is what we British public love.
Yeah.
They love turmoil, tears, tantrums. I went, this has got it in abundance. I was like, so when people said, do you think, I went, it felt special when we were filming it.
Yeah, it did.
And I thought, you never know though with the British public. It could have went the either way. I think it was like a cult following, and then it just went through the roof.
I think with this one, what is quite special with Traitors is there's nothing to be too angry about.
No.
So you look at other reality TV shows and you think all the drama that's happening around Love Island, but the negative drama. And how they put people together. It's like they even stuff like Married at First Sight, when you see people like, and that's another one, Married at First Sight, and they go, oh, we're looking to have a perfect couple. All right, but don't get someone from London matched up with someone from Scotland that's got kids, because you know
it's not going to work.
You know that's going to be sort of drama. Whereas this one felt like real people. That there was nothing. It wasn't so much of a psychology game of going like you think. Remember Big Brother?
Yeah.
And they just made, let's get 12 people that are going to piss each other off.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like that watching this one. It felt quite nice to watch. So we're
all genuine, nice people.
Well, apart from you.
Well, he sees what you get. But we were all just like genuine people. It was such a diverse cast as well. Viewers would have somebody to relate to.
Yeah, someone to hate.
Yeah, someone to hate. I think there was a bit of everything. So, I mean, they did well, the casting team, for our season.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think and you can see a lot with other shows now, their casting is up to its game. I think I'm a Celebrity this year, casting is phenomenal.
I've not even watched it.
I've not watched it. I was away. I was furious.
Yeah, you've been away all week. Oh, it's fantastic.
I need to watch it, so I've actually not seen anything. I need to get time to really
calling
binge
it now. I've got.
Don't say it.
Oh, okay, fine. I'll wait. I'll say it.
Would I want to be a traitor or would I want to be a faithful? And for me, I think faithful, because being a traitor, you're going to have people that you're going to do stuff you don't really want to do. You don't want to sit there lying to everyone. I don't want that burden on me.
I was 50-50, but I look like a fucking psychopath killer. I never noticed it until my wife said, when they made me a traitor in episode 11, do you remember I come down and why that for the Lord I'd done this the day. Remember when I opened the door slowly and I had my jacket on, Katie went, traitor, you look absolute psycho, Kieran. You look like...
Not even a traitor, you look like you've come there to shoot someone.
Yeah, I just opened the door and he just went, and I was standing there. I was like, I didn't do myself any favours.
No. I was waiting for Guy Ritchie in the corner to go cut just before you shot someone.
It's literally, when I look back, I was like, no, I'll make you right on that one. I didn't even know I was doing it. I've got a natural look of just a bit of a...
But someone that wants to be a traitor, like I've got questions with that. If you want to be a traitor...
Yeah. I mean, I wanted to be one, and then I was like, actually, backpedal. No, I don't.
I think you'd have been better the same thing. Remember, there's different journeys there. From the beginning, I think you have a massive advantage as a traitor. You can sail through to mid-episodes quite easily.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Eventually, traitors will trait. they will have to sacrifice a traitor to put people off. I think if you would have came in halfway through, if I would have came in episode 6 or 7 as traitor, I would have had a chance to mould myself into the role.
Yeah.
I'd one day turned on people that I really liked, and I couldn't hide my emotions.
You look like you hated it.
I hate it. I'd come so far. I was this close, and I had a plan, but. So for you, if you'd have done it, I think you'd have settled into the role 6, 7, and it'd been good. I think you'd have been dangerous.
I think you've got to. I would never see it as a role. I'd just see it as a job.
Yeah.
And just keep myself as myself.
Yeah.
And then go and do the turret, and then do what I need to do, and then just go back as be me.
Who was your? Obviously, there's only 2 shows. Who was your number one traitor? Who was your favourite traitor across the board?
Both series.
Yeah, both series.
I think Harry did play a blinder. I mean, I do love you though.
Day traitor.
I mean, you're never going to beat a party gift, are you? Like that's iconic.
Thank you.
But I think Harry did play a blinder. He was like a Ted Bundy, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Mate, I wouldn't trust him. I don't know how his girlfriend's still with him.
You think back to the original. Do you remember when the first round table, when he's heavy breathing and Diane rumbles him going, you were breathing quite heavy on the very first episode. I was like, oh, that was a little moment where he was heavy breathing. But also, in defence of Will, I think if it wasn't with me and Will's scenario, I think Will's role was a lot harder than Harry's, because Harry knew what to come. Will didn't. I think Will played a superior game, so
Will had a game plan before he walked in.
Oh mate, he was brilliant. Ethical manipulation, befriend and betray. So he had a plan. That's what I mean. If you thought about it, I had probably like you. I was like, I'm just gonna go there. I'm gonna take day by day.
Yeah, literally.
In fucked off home, day by day, last as long as I could, and just see how things pan out. Yeah. And I think a lot of people did have plans. We know contestants had spreadsheets. Like I say, hieroglyphics on the wall, like all sorts of stuff, and that
smoke signals.
Yeah, and that didn't work out too well for them. So I think you can have the best laid plans in that show, and it will still.
You got to take it each day as it comes. That's what my mum was like. Just take each day as it comes. Every moment's a blessing. Like, enjoy the experience. And I just did. You've got to. You don't know when you're going to go in that game, so you've just got to literally live each moment, every moment, and make every moment count as well. So,
what's your worst moment?
My worst moment was Amanda backstabbing me. That broke me. That proper broke me, because I wear my heart on my sleeve, and that absolutely ruined me.
You got blindsided. Even me, I had to vote for you, and that haunted.
But I knew it was my time to go. That day, I just knew it. I just felt complete. I woke up in that morning. I don't know what was telling me. Something in the universe is like, you're going today, and I just felt it.
You know when the walls are closing in on you. Like my last episode, when people turn to you, you can't hide your face. When I looked at you, I gave about 6 times. I was like, I just kept looking at you that day, and I was like, and I just lost Amos. I'm talking now. I've lost a fucking brother or something. I've lost a baby. I sobbed my heart out, but I was pretty emotionally broke that day. And the other person was close with you, and I was looking at him, and he just looked shady as fuck. And I was like, it can't be Theo. But he just had enough.
I've had enough. How broken.
He weren't even defending him, so he was like, fuck it. He was walking around. He's like, I can't even be bothered.
Yeah, I literally was like, I've got nothing to like defend. I don't need to defend myself. I don't need to.
Fair play.
I love you all, but I've got nothing to give you.
It's horrible though, isn't it? When you know it's coming.
I knew it was coming. I knew when I woke up in bed that morning. I just was like, today's my day.
If there would be an All Stars, 1, would you do it? 2, who would you like to play with? 3, who would you like to play against?
Oh, All Star. I mean, I would do it. I'd go back in that castle. I said to my manager, they always love to chuck a Brit on the American one, because Ekin-Su went on. I mean, if she can get on it.
Well, you're a celebrity now, Theo, so you could.
I mean, who determines you're a celebrity? I hate people like, oh, you're famous. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm just Theo from Leeds, Yorkshire, and gay.
Answer the question now, Theo.
Sorry. Who would I play against?
All Stars. Yes, you would do it. Who would you like to play against? Who would you like to play with?
Yes, I would do All Stars. I would play. Oh my God, chuck a bunch of drag queens in there. I think that'd be hilarious. Yeah.
I always said that.
I would love Traitors, but drag.
We said this last year when we was at RuPaul's Drag Race final. We was like, just do like they done Comic Relief one. Do a drag version. 8 episodes, all in. It would be absolute mayhem. I would love to see it. So if anyone's watching, it's another idea. you could devise a traitor team and you can pick 4 traitors out of any episodes, who would be your 4 traitors that you'd work with?
Me, Amanda, Claire, and you.
That was Claire. Bless her. Claire was smart, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Claire, yeah.
She was an ex-copper.
Yeah.
Amanda had the wit.
Amanda was the queen, wasn't she? Amanda was, for me, the first person. It's even before Will wanted it. Amanda was giving it, and Amanda fucking owned it.
Yeah.
She literally, when she got given that traitor role, she's like, right, I mean, this is what I'm doing. This, I'm going to absolutely destroy it. So, good combination.
Yeah, I think that's, yeah.
Didn't have to say me out of politeness, but yeah.
No, I think we'd do well together.
I think we'd split well and then and utilise it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I always say, and we've had many conversations about it before, if you work as a team, 2 to 3 of you, ultimately 2 of you, because some may fall by the wayside, but 2 to 3, you could clean up in there. I think you really could mastermind and manipulate so many clicks. Depending on who those people are.
Yeah. Mate, I'd make a game plan with another traitor, without a doubt. If there's 4 of us, say for instance, you, I'd be like, this is a lot of money. We've got each other's back. Get rid of the other 2, and we're done. That's it.
Do you know about the Traitors dilemma though?
No.
So with all of the twists and turns throughout the show, and it's happened on Australia season 2. So traitors get to the end, wiped out all of the faithfuls. There's 2 traitors at the end. They've won.
Yeah.
Or so you think. Then the Traitors dilemma comes up. So you have an option to vote again, both of you, steal or share.
Oh, yeah. So this is something that they've done this on Golden Balls.
Yeah, similar concept.
Split or shaft.
Yeah, split. You split. One steals, one shares it or something. The one that steals it wins. Both steal. Everyone goes home with absolutely 0.
So those are your 3 options.
And that, in that moment, would be and it happened in Australia season 2. All of them didn't trust each other. All of them went home with 0.
Oh, imagine
that's a brilliant way to do it.
So that finally, I watched it. I was like, it's the first. I think it's the first time it's happened. 3 traitors were left at the end. All 3 of them, because of the paranoia, all that team effort working together. When it came down to those single moments of trust. Would you? I would. If someone done it to me, and for me, if it was me and you at the end, I would say, I'm going to share. I'm going to share. But for some reason, if you got paranoid and he went, still, I'd be like, fair enough. You've done me at the last minute. Or if I'd done it to someone else, I'd go, do you know what? You earned your money. I'd still give you that 50.
That's what I'm saying, because I ain't got that in me. No. I'll tell you now. Right? If we're traitors, we get down to the last 2. I will write share. And if you put still, I'm taking the money regardless. You owe me money.
He's going to kidnap you. Yeah. That's what he's going to do.
And I'm putting 20% on it.
Do you know what I mean? You owe me lots of money.
VAT, love.
Yeah. But yes, there's loads of dilemmas like that. You just think, these guys talking about the celebrity version as well now. Like, a lot of people are very controversial about it. Don't want it, doing it. I'm all for it.
If they cast it right, it will show some celebrities who they really are.
Yeah, in a different way.
Because now, when it's the general public that go in, you can be yourself.
Yeah.
But you think as celebrities, the type of celebrities they'll go for have already got a public persona which might be very different to their private life.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's going to be, can they keep that up for the whole time, or will that mask slip? Because then you'll really get to know them.
Or also, will they be treated exactly the same as we were? You contestants, so there's no special rules, there's no internet access, there's no phones.
Oh, there's got to be that.
It has to be the same concept, because you won't get that organic feeling. So it has to go in the irrelevant of your status and who you are. It's the same gameplay, and the rules apply to everyone across the board.
Yeah.
But I think comedians, I think we're sport for choice. I think it will be. I'm so ready for it.
Chuck him in the castle. Bob's your uncle. Fanny's right. May the odds be ever in your favour. There you go. Good luck. Merry Christmas.
Praise the Lord.